Hello and welcome to the Lighthouse. This is the Lowered Expectations reading, romantic edition, for the masculine energy for the next 2 weeks from September 1st until the 15th. And when I say masculine energy, it does not mean gender, it means energy. And both males and females have both masculine and feminine energies within them. You can resonate with one reading one day and resonate with another reading the next because the energies are always changing. Again, one deals with action, you know, taking the lead. The other is more about receptivity and nurturing. Again, and if we're operating out of the shadow aspects of either one of them, this is where we need help. So again, this is for the masculine energy, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. And sometimes, again, if you're not dealing with anybody at all, you could resonate with both. It could be just describing you, because again, you don't know whether you're coming or going one day to the next. You switching. It happens to the best of us. So this is, of course, when we were thinking everything was gonna go right, and it went left, right? So obviously there's some lesson that we've learned from the past, a present situation that we're finding ourselves in, some actions or something that we were doing in the past is the present, right? This is the near future. Again, this is within the next 2 weeks. This is advice. This is any blocks or challenges you might have. This is the chakra cards. These are the reality checks, present ones and past ones. The ones we should have got or we need to get, one of the two. Then we have overview up top, and again, more advice down here. Probably grab some old maids, some chakras, some romance ones, and also your cognitive behavioral therapy ones, the think, be, act ones, but there was no room, so we have to pull those after. But let us start with, I probably should move. Look, there's like no room over here. Okay. We got the to the sea. Somebody is either feeling adrift. Listen, there's even there's like I need better light over here. It's a number 7. 7's my number. It's a spiritual number, right? And then we got this little face here. You can't really see him because it's too dark. Can you? See the little face in the sky? You figure that's the universe. That's your guide watching over you while you're an island unto yourself. Or just drifting along and by yourself and trying to figure out where to go. And you got an arrow pointing straight towards these shipwreck sirens. Again, we got a lot of ocean. Mermaids. Well, this is the mermaid oracle, so I guess that would fit, right? But still, nevertheless, just go with the theme here. So we're going to check out and see what To the Sea is. Makes you think of that song. Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for Follow me. That's an old Bobby Darin song. 7. To the sea. Essential meanings: being in flow, returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together, a natural pattern of events. The oracle's message: isn't it wonderful when you feel yourself in the flow of life, when events and conditions seem to engage you in a way that is fluid and effortless? This card reminds you to go with the flow. Is exactly what you need to do right now. Ride the wave of opportunity formed by perfect conditions. Allow trust and faith to guide you forward as you flow like a river into the sea of life. Relationship message. There are points in a relationship when you have to decide to go with the flow rather than dictate the course you share with another. Ah, yes, it's that control issue. Look, like I said, it happens to the best of us, especially again because fear is usually the driving force behind control issues, and fear usually stems from dealing with fucked up people in the past who dogged you left, right, and center. So again, that coming out of the gate, I was saying the same message to the feminine in her reading, her, he, whoever. Same issue. So again, it would seem like we're dealing possibly with people who have dealt with questionable people in the past, whether they were narcissistic types, users, abusers, just, this can make one weary again of coming out of the gate, as I was relating to the other reading. I said, hey, people are just, you know what I'm saying? Um, where are we? Can you let go of the need to have things your way and allow the relationship itself, your combined goals and desires, to steer the ship? Can you both transcend your personalities and allow the partnership to form its own identity, its own energy? Now is the time to relax and see where this mutual journey leads. And again, the fear, the wanting to control. People that have been in abusive situations, you're always feel like the Nine of Wands character. You're always ready, like, all right, well, what shit's coming now? You just, I don't say paranoid, but you become extra cautious. Again, depending on the level of jacked upness the event was. Anything that leaves you completely broken and destroyed, you're even extra. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. I know. So again, this is about not trying to plan 50 steps ahead, or being suspicious of everybody. Though again, the thing is the patterns of behavior. Because people lie like they breathe. People lie like rugs. People just lie. And again, and this world is so fake. It's hard to know what's real in a world that's fake. It's hard to know real, genuine people when you're dealing with fake people or just, you know, trust is a very tricky thing to have again when, again, you've been dogged. Or to have hope when you got no hope. Or to, you know what I'm trying to say. Prosperity message. Everything seems to work out when you stop scrambling and allow the sea of opportunities to wash over you and wake you up to your most prosperous potential. To get into that flow, you need to address your beliefs about abundance and money. The true meaning of your personal currency lies in your skills, your talents and abilities, and most important, your core beliefs. Everything flows from your inner world and is reflected in the outer one. When grateful to serve, you align your prosperity consciousness with a higher consciousness. You can expect miracles. Everything you need will come to you easily. So I don't know, people that got money issues. Listen, because we got pentacles over there, five of pentacles reversed, five of pentacles in the upright deals about, it's either poverty consciousness or it's a lack of some sort or some kind of financial problems, disadvantages, leaving you feeling, you know what I'm saying? Um, this is, spiritual too, like just feeling left out in the cold. But this is we're trying to come out of this here. Or somebody's trying to come out of this. Now, protection message. When external conditions appear to block every attempt to move forward, there is no hidden message for you to decipher. Like the ocean, the tides of experience ebb and flow. You are in a natural cycle, so know that things will flow again in due course. There is no cause for alarm. Stop resisting and fighting against the situation and learn to flow even when the tide is going out. Relax and trust in the abundance that will soon be within your reach again. An ancient mariner's saying applies to you now. When fishermen cannot go to sea, they stay home and repair their nets. This is what I was telling the feminine. Work on thyself. So that way, when something rolls in, you're not all like a train wreck over here. Shipwreck, train wreck, same difference, right? Even though you may feel like it. Now we're gonna save these, or should we do them now? No, we'll save. This is the overview. This is the advice here. Let's do. You have two that came out. Les étoiles. That's the star. Oof. Les diables. The devil with the boobies. Yes. And you got two people here tied to this friggin' dude. Devil also deals with the Capricorn energy. If you have Capricorn North Node, so again, this deals with the North Node stuff, where you're supposed to be headed. This is again your destiny or what you're supposed to be moving towards. This is also about breaking free from, toxic beliefs, whether it's about oneself, about judging ourselves for our journey so far, or any kind of addictions, which again includes stinking thinking, you know, self-sabotatory behaviors where we miss out on things because of any affiliations, associations of things from the past. So we block our abundance, we block our blessings, we block ourselves. This is also Saturn. Saturn, there's a lady, I told in the feminine reading too. There's a lady who did a reading about the Saturn return that's happening now between now and I think October 10th. Um, and the Divine Debut 11 lady, she also does astrology with her readings. Then you got Leo Kingdom guy. There's lots of people do astrology stuff. I still need to learn more about that, like where planets are and all these things. But the lady's Your Angelic Karma, she did the thing about the Saturn return. That supposedly in the past 3 weeks, if there was an action or guidance that you had, and you were supposed to act upon it, and if you did, then you're going to be receiving the reward because you had faith in the guidance. But if you didn't, you're going to get a bomb drop. I don't know what that is. Like, please, no more bombs. We don't need any more bombs over here. So I don't know what anybody was doing over the past 3 weeks, or not doing over the past 3 weeks. But again, I might not be saying things correctly 100%. So do check out some astrology stuff and see what's going on and look into this Saturn return thing. But again, the star again speaks about accepting our faults and loving ourselves in spite of our faults. Again, overcoming our shadow here with the devil, right? Allowing healing to happen within oneself, right? Having renewed hope and faith and courage, again, to overcome our fears, our stinking thinking, or whatever's holding us back, right? It's about new opportunities, not self-sabotaging, new opportunities. It's about purpose and perspective. It's about forgiveness and transformation, right? Deeper understanding of ourselves and others. It's a call to destiny that compels you to go on, like the person in the boat, you know, going with the flow, right? Renewal in one's self-esteem. Again, get over any toxic shoulda, woulda, couldas, or I'm not, you know, perfect in regards to this, that, or the other. Again, look, depending on your age here, at some point we get over ourselves, you know. Do the best you can. There's always going to be natural aging things that happen, and then there are ways we can improve ourselves, but we can't be hard on ourselves because we don't look 25 anymore, unless you're 25 already. But for some of us, we're not. And there's a grace in every, you know what I'm saying? So again, faith and belief in oneself, trusting in oneself, right? And what we're being guided towards, right? Using our common sense, listening, but listen to our intuition, right? Needing to be open, which was again the same theme for the feminine, right? The devil we already talked about here. It's about taking back your power, right? It also speaks about materialistic desires. And we had the money, we had the pentacles. So I don't know if this is spiritual lack, financial something, was going on in the past. I don't know. Over investing in material things, but left one lacking in other areas, right? Workaholic. Isn't that one of your cards here? Yes. So, but we'll get to that. And again, no balance. Even the Star Lady is usually in the traditional one. She got one foot in the water, one foot on the. Oh no, she's in the thing, bathing in the bathing herself with the water. That's right. Now that's the Temperance. But I know I saw Temperance here, because in the past here you got the Hangman. There's Temperance. I knew I saw it somewhere. So maybe you're seeing things in a different perspective now, or wondering if some things can come together. You're trying to like, but you're stressed out over here. You don't know what decision to make over here. You know, there's some truth here. You got a Two of Cups here, Knight of Cups here. So maybe there's an offer or thought of an offer. Self-imposed constraint, by keeping yourself stuck. Hopelessness, pessimistic. Again, needing to take back your power. Only a crisis can break these chains. Perhaps again something unexpected, some tower stuff, or you know. Usually that's how it comes. Bondage is voluntary. We have free will. Right? We need to break the chains. Oof. Now, we already spoke about Five of Pentacles. This is again one to come back around. See, Five of Pentacles reversed is they don't want to be in the cold anymore. We want to come out of that, right? So somebody's wanting to come out of that. You wanting to come out of the cold? Ending of difficult times, right? We're looking to find new sources of income. Looking to, again, come together with others. Feeling more optimistic. Seeing a way out of money woes. Feeling isolated and alone. Feeling something is off, out of place. Well, maybe we've put too much emphasis again on material stuff and neglected our spiritual well-being, or neglected again partnerships, because these two people are tied to this devil, which is karma, which is Saturn, which is, you know, the it's not like the lovers in the Garden of Eden. And then these two people are all busted up, left out in the cold because they're just, you know, haven't healed themselves, and they're just dragging each other through all their karmic stuff. Right? But none of these characters look too happy here. But the Two of Cups was there upright, so that's good. But that's still the past. Maybe there was an opportunity in the past, again, that left us, that we didn't see something. We let our own fears or working or money or something get in the way of us pursuing something justice as possible, right? In the past here, and in the past, it doesn't have to be too long ago, it could be recent past, probably, well, however it fits. Justice here, and then Ace of Wands in the reverse. So, justice again speaks about impartiality, right? Weighing out decisions. It's about honesty, truth, passing or accepting judgments, logic, well-ordered mindsets, spiritual consequences for our actions. Now, this also speaks about compassion, fairness, truth, the law, fair decisions, being called to account for your actions and being judged accordingly. Decisions in the past, that what is currently happening is because of decisions in the past, or you made a decision in the past because of things that happened in the past, and you thought it was the right decision at the time, right? Or, and again, if this is not so recent, if this is like something recent, there could have been an opportunity presented to balance the scales, to have justice in the situation, but no action has been taken yet. There's some hesitation still. We're still weighing things out. We still want to make sure that, speaks about, again, karmic justice. Knowing that, the actions will have long-term consequences. That's not necessarily bad. It's just like, it's something that's going to be, future actions can change based on lessons learned. So again, if we've learned from some past situation, right, or we're having an opportunity to make right a past situation, or even again resolving something within ourselves so that we can move forward and have better things, or whatever it is. But again, Ace of Wands reversed, there's no, so for the Ace of Wands too is usually the mojo card, lacking of some desire, whether that be internal fires, passions, or, what I'm saying. Difficulty defining what you want, lack of direction, unmotivated, uninspired, a need to focus on where your passions lie, what you aspire to or hope to achieve, feeling weighed down by existing commitments or responsibilities, and cannot pursue new ideas. So again, maybe in the past, there was an opportunity and that you didn't take it. You weighed things out. You thought you made the right choice. You thought that it wasn't something that you could, whatever. Or again, this is a more recent thing where an opportunity has come, but you haven't made any moves as of yet, right? Frustration, feeling stuck. Timing is everything. Again, maybe it was right person, wrong time, wrong person, right time, however that works, right? So it speaks about impatience. Maybe not giving something enough time, or again, there was no action taken. There's no action now. Well, this is now. Now we're in the woes. Well, now we're in the Five of Cups. So we're in the regrets. But this was the lesson learned here. In the past, if you want to attract a good partner, you first need to be one. Heal before you deal. So again, we're always carrying in past stuff. You know, bags that we bring. All our past failures and rejections and people, whoever screwed us over, again, it makes you do or not do. A lot of it is out of fear, not wanting to repeat things, right? So we self-sabotage, which we might be doing again still. I don't know. We're still in the woes here. Notice the patterns in your relationships, the way that you are present in them, the types of partners that you attract, etc. Karmic situations are the universe's way of trying to bring you to attention, to see that an aspect of yourself needs healing in order to avoid repeating negative karmic cycles. Once healed, you will attract better into your life because you are better, right? And again, when we have toxic situations, repeating patterns of toxic situation, again, same lessons, different people. The common denominator is you. And a lot of times, again, how are we showing up? How are we allowing others to show up? And again, you can be on one side, on one energy, in the shadow aspect, one moment, and in the other side, the other. At some point, maybe somebody was an overgiver. Maybe somebody didn't have boundaries. Maybe somebody wasn't wise in who they let into their life. And this was them operating from a unhealthy feminine energy, right? No, doesn't know when to stop giving, or the overgiver, or whatever it is. Then you flip it. Then you become then you become the person that's shut off or cold or aloof or distrusting or whatever it is. It's like needing to, the same thing with the feminine. You've been burned so many times, you don't want to trust, so you self-sabotage. Sometimes you're dealing with narcissistic types. Again, and these people are also mirrors of you. They show you what needs to be healed. And again, if you're dealing with somebody that treats you like shit, that's your mirror, showing you that what you're allowing, and that you're not loving yourself either if you're allowing these people to treat you like shit. When you're being used, when you're being mistreated, when people are just, all over the place in your boundaries, because you don't have any walls, you don't have any, you get taken advantage of. So then you become fearful to let anybody in. You don't want to trust people. And the people that are narcissistic types or whatever that go around using, they're always running. They're always, because they don't have the ability to be empathetic. It's a different wound. It's a similar but different wounding. but it can cause people to behave in similar ways, especially with the whole runner chaser dynamic, which usually what happens, they say, with twin flames, right? But the lessons are similar, and it has to do with self-worth, it has to do with self-love, it has to do with healthy boundaries. It has to do with, again, healing whatever aspects of ourselves that allow dysfunction, either us showing up in a way, again, that's not serving us well or another well, or again, allowing another person. But a lot of us have to learn these painful lessons. And now we're at a point where the universe is asking many people that, okay, well, you've learned, but you can't hide forever. You can't be in hermit mode forever. You can't shut the world out forever because you're not fully living. There's an area of your life that is lacking, and the universe is asking people to kind of get out of their comfort zones, get out of their stinking thinking, heal from the past, learn from the past, but don't let it keep you from experiencing new things or opening up to new people. Again, it's always the same advice here. Yay, new love is on the way. Either a completely new person is coming into your life with the potential for romance and love, or a rekindling or deepening of an existing relationship is unfolding, right? So again, this was perhaps the potential in the past. We weren't ready for it. Or we didn't make a move. And or we, because we thought it was the right thing, you know, so we didn't. But now again, we have regrets, and we're wanting to come from out of the cold, and we wanting some kind of justice, but we don't know how to. Again, Five of Cups, Queen of Swords. These people got their back turned toward each other. This person, she's open. She's got the hand, but she's also got the sword. Like, don't come at me with bullshit. Don't come at me with lies. This person is also very fair and just. This is also about communication. There needing to be communication, needing to be truth spoken, right? This person here wants the truth. And this person here is regretting, or maybe feels ashamed. Like when someone turns, that's what it made me think of now. The person is like got their head in shame, like, looking at the past, looking at what was lost, looking at, but there's two cups here. But he'd have to turn around, pick it up, and go over here. But maybe there's again hesitation, fear, but a need to want more for yourself than being in the lowest, right? This is also delays. Did I mention that already? Again, difficulty, loss, despair, grief. I need to focus on the two cups still standing. Lack of fulfillment, non-attachment, disappointment, wallowing in self-pity. That's why I said I feel like shame. And regrets of what's lost, pessimism, disillusioned with life. Aren't we all? Boy, I tell you, it's how do you still find hope in a hopeless place? How can you think when, again, the world, the timing, it is hard to see anything good coming. But we must still try, right? Even if it's the last hurrah, let it be, you know what I'm saying? Self blame, a need for forgiveness and release, reflecting on lessons, a need to have a glass half full perspective. You know? And say Queen of Swords, jaded, not easily fooled. Again, because she's also been through hardships. She's been probably through similar things that you have. Maybe you caused some of this. Maybe you didn't. Who knows? Maybe this is, again, cumulative life stuff, because depending on how old you are and how many bags you've got, you know. But as I said in my other readings, many a fine tune has been played in an old violin. So, we're needing to find some clarity, because again, this could also be you, right? Needing to use your discernment and get clear about what it is you want, so that you can speak a truth. Focus on the 2 cups. Like I said, if you want something, you know. Now, this is also someone who deals with facts and logics, usually over emotional stuff. Like I said, you got 2 totally different things here. You got water and air. So maybe it's head over heart. Maybe it's, again, being stuck to the chains of despair. Needing to tell it like it is. Being upfront and honest. Right? Now, the advice here is to love yourself and don't settle for less. The answer is simple. This is, again, to not deprive ourselves of new experiences, new things, because of any regrets of the past, or you can't change past, unfortunately. You know, we got to get clear in the present. We got to focus on what opportunity we might have now for healing, for getting out of toxic mindsets or cycles, karmic cycles, right? Go for it. Whatever it is, the universe is supporting you. Karma's not a bitch, it's a mirror. I know that's right. That's what I was speaking of. You know, when you're not loving yourself, you're going to get people that come into your life that show you that they don't love you either. Whether that's you not, again, having boundaries, or learning how to say no, or whatever is the thing, right? That's what we usually, that's the lesson that gets brought in through an individual. That's why it says it seems like you keep repeating the same shit with different people. Again, the common denominator is oneself, right? It's the mirror. It's to show you what needs to be healed. Karma is what we create by our thoughts, words, behaviors, actions, deeds, etc., within ourselves and towards others. For example, treating ourselves or others from a place that is not based in love, integrity, truth, compassion, etc., can create negative karma. The opposite, creating good. It's of our own making, and will get served our just desserts, be it in this life or the next. So they said you better resolve whatever you can here before you leave, so you don't have to bring that shit back. I hope that you don't even come back. Well, I know I am. I'm all set with this dimension. This dimension's whack. But aside for the animals in the nature, just the human drama, just the evil that lurks here, just the fuckery. Pardon my French. I'm over it. I've never fit in here. I need to be in some magical place that's got, you know, no bullshit. And it ain't here. Negative karma can be carried over from previous lifetimes. It comes in the form of lessons to be learned in your current life. That's what I was telling my mother the other day. I said, I'm aware of 2 lifetimes because I had what is called an Akashic walk done. And the people were right on the money, describing things that happened in 2 lifetimes that I brought into this one that I was needing to work through and transcend. And I tell you, the storylines, or the gist of the storylines, it's almost like I'm living out both lifetimes in this one because similar events are taking place. And it's kind of freaky. But it shows me that this stuff is real. There's definitely some to it. And again, this was done for me back in 2010. And this has been such a long journey that I've been on where I'm able to now, in hindsight, look back and see all the little stepping stones that got me here. And again, and here doesn't have to be to what the outside world deems as, glitz and glamour and whatever, because all that shit is illusion anyway. It doesn't mean anything in truth. What matters is who you've become. What things have you healed? What karma have you shed? How have you evolved? That's what's going to count when you leave this place, because again, all the money in the world doesn't mean anything when you go. That's not what you take with you. That's not what's looked at as, or what job did you have? How much money did you have? That's not, it's about your character. And did you learn what you came here to learn? Did you pass all the classes? This is the life school here. All the other stuff is illusion. All the other stuff is, bread and circus shit, distraction stuff to keep you from evolving spiritually, to keep you from, what you should be focused on. Instead, they get you focused on, divide and conquer tactics and psychological warfare. And again, the struggle is real in this place. But I digress. The point is, you're here to learn lessons and to evolve in your soul. And that's where you should measure your successes, most of all, right? Um, So life is like school, and our karma is the classes we came to pass. So shed, you'll repeat until you learn, and you'll be rewarded when you pass. This is ascension work. So again, we'll talk about this Saturn return stuff. Have people learned? Have people evolved? Have people grown? Have people been taking action to make some changes or what have you? There should be some reward coming. This is what they say. We shall see. Now, here in the near future, is over the next 2 weeks, we have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is about abundance, fulfillment, wishes fulfilled. This guy here, he's like chowing on some food. He's got somebody serving him. And this one here is kind of almost like gluttony, an overindulgence. Perhaps too much. And here we've got some dude. He took the cup and he poured it out. Like, damn. That offer, he took that off. Usually it's a hand holding, offering the cup, and he's not even looking. He's like, he took that shit, he dumped it out. I don't want that shit. Oh, but we got two of wands here, two people. So again, in the past, there might have been an opportunity, but we wanted to be single. We rejected it. We were focused on again on our own personal pleasures or whatever. I don't know. Maybe now we haven't changed our hearts. I don't know. Something's got to change. Something's got to go because obviously in the present moment we're in the lowest. So this isn't good. Maybe we need to be moving towards wish fulfillments. Again, healing, freeing ourselves from karmic shit, right? Now, again, 9 speakers is almost at the end. We're almost at the end, or it is technically the end, right? Because then the 10 becomes the 1. But we're needing to, again, past methods of coping are important. You know, recognizing, again, our own patterns, whether they be self-sabotory patterns, which usually that's what it is, whether it's we're doing it to ourselves or we're allowing other people to do it to us, whatever it is, right? Healing before we deal, so that we're not, again, judging people before we get to know them, or misjudging people. Am I saying something? Can you tell I'm sleepy? But still, we're here. Again, needing to get fulfilled, because obviously we're not, right? Now, we got 7 of Cups in the reverse, which is about, don't know which one we want to take. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. This dude is like, screw everything. I just want the jewels. I don't want your spirits. I don't want your ghost heads. I want these diamonds here. We got a snake around them. Well, this is like coming out of illusions, right? The Page of Wands is about an idea. It's about, walking away, but he's walking away from somebody. There's a woman back there. So I don't know if he's going off on an adventure, sending a message, coming out of illusions, or afraid of, again, making the wrong choice. Maybe walking away and just going to focus on his own. I don't know. We have to see what we got here. This is obviously something needs to give here. Temptation, illusion, diversionary tactics. Views are illusionary, fantasies. Unwillingness to deal with reality, or a need to get one's head out of the clouds. A need to see reality. Refusing to look within, pursuing unsatisfactory things. Again, are we repeating our patterns here? Running, or not wanting to look at or deal with or speaketh or whatever it is. Or it's coming out of confusion again, or illusions, to focus on a chosen goal with resolution and purpose, setting intentions. Again, maybe this person's like, look, I'm off. I'm leaving whatever this is behind, and I'm taking my wand. Got the wand over here that we didn't use in the past, and maybe we're gonna use it now. Right? Free spirits, new beginnings, passions for life despite naive outlooks. Again, it's hard to be the fool. Coming and going as he pleases, and encouraging change. Like a catalyst that inspires change. Creative restlessness, wanting expression. On the verge or discovering a new phase in life. A creative spark, a sudden one. Encourages you to express yourself, to follow your creative urges. Beautiful creative vision that can bring change into the world. Now, again, for some, depending on who you are, what you came to do, or what your purpose is, now is kind of like a pivotal moment in human history. This is like the verge of where the human race will cease to be the human race as we're going into transhumanism, right? So, we got a lot of people speaking. I can't get all into this stuff here, but if you haven't watched any of the Zero videos, I highly recommend. And you can find us on the Rumble there. You can go to the home page and you can see the links to my Twitter, to the Rumble, or you can find the Zero playlist and get a link there. And the most recent videos is the Riders on the Storm and the Acid Rain. All the ones created by me will always say Lighthouse Media or Zero. And then sometimes I upload stuff from other people as well. But anyway, if you're somebody who has been stuck in a rut or stuck in negative cycles or hasn't been doing your purpose or what you came here to do, a lot of the universe is asking a lot of twin flames that have something to contribute to the world right now, or there's supposed to be some leadership things that are supposed to, whatever it, I don't know who's watching, what people's roles are. I'm just saying. Now is the time for no the non-actions got to go. It's about, you know, what you're setting yourself up for the next phase of what have you. And for some, it's fated meetings, destined meetings, for whatever purpose that is. I don't know. Everybody's stuff is different, right? The advice here is new beginnings. The lesson. Again, we've learned something here. And now is a new opportunity, right? Solitude. It's like the hermit. A lot of people might have been alone. I have. I've been alone. I went through 4 years of mental, emotional, physical trauma. Like, I don't know if I said this on the feminine's reading or this reading. I don't know if I'm coming and going. But, left me with post-traumatic stress disorder. So again, I understand about the whole fear thing, or not wanting to trust, or not wanting to deal because you just want to have friggin' peace. At the same time, it's like you can't be hermit mode forever. There's a time for healing, and then there's a time for action. Again, maybe we've spent a lot of time in reflection, and now we've learned some lessons. Well, there's another person on a boat. Yeah, we got a little more sea references here. There's been wisdom gained. And then we got the lady here. Now this lady is this card, the lady it can symbolize one's intuition. Or it can symbolize a lady is, this particular lady, because there's different ones. There's the brown-haired girl, and the dark-haired woman, and the fair gray-haired woman. And then there's the lady. So again, she can serve as speaking about intuition or everything you could ever want, like the ideal partner, the ideal woman. That's what this card symbolizes. So again, this is either you using your intuition and the wisdom that you've gained, the lessons that you learned, and you've been thinking about stuff, or maybe you're deciding to again you want to come out of the cold. You this is like Six of Swords, perhaps you're maybe moving or traveling or looking to move beyond difficult times again, but you have to face the truth of something or speak the truth of something or make some kind of moves or something here. Patience, maybe feel like time is a ticking time. Well, because it is because look at the world, what's going on in the world. I said if people are gonna make any kind of moves, they better, you know, because you never know. I mean, you can get hit by a bus tomorrow. You know what I mean? But again, there really isn't much time for not doing something. Like even with me, with even if I reach 5 people or 10 people or whatever, I do what I can because I got to do something. So maybe well, I think a lot of people are feeling that because again, the times that we're in, I don't think a lot of people realize the significance of it. But again, I digress. So maybe people are thinking they don't want to waste any more time. They don't want to repeat cycles. They're trying to learn from their experiences here, right? This is also about, waiting. So I don't know. People are waiting. We have spiritual. Oh, there's this friggin' eyeball. This one eye, friggin' eye. If I tell you, if I see this one eye again, it's like everywhere. Everywhere. This is again just speaking about karma, right? Sometimes it's you know it could be past life situations. Again, people that you meet in this life that you knew in past lives that you're meant to meet to resolve some past life karma with, right? What your own lessons, right? The role you're supposed to take in the future. Maybe it is of some kind of it's definitely a spiritual connection and a spiritual path that you're on, right? We got the brown haired man here. This guy is in the shadows, smoking his pipe, hiding behind the door, looking suspicious, wondering, should I walk through this door or what? Is 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 this person here? Is it too late? Is this a spiritual connection? You Will I be able to apply what I've learned from my past experiences so that I can overcome my blocks and challenges and whatever might be obstacles that might be in my way, whether they are self created or otherwise? Because again, we've got lockdowns going to be happening again. Movement might not be as easy. So again, this is people better make move. Like I said, I've been already feeling it. I'm like a cat on a hot tin roof over here. I just want to jump off because I feel like I can't sit in this apartment anymore. I can't. I gotta move. I need a new environment for many reasons, but especially when you know things like that's going on in the world. You need a you know to be with like-minded people. You gotta have some kind of support. You can't be solo mio because if shit pops off, you know what I'm saying? You have to be, around trustworthy people because this is crazy shit going on. Good fortune is here, though. If we can overcome, if we can get out of our own way and open up, you know? So there's that. And then workaholic, throat chakra. Again, needing to say something here. And then we have faith and destiny. Now, let's see. Say that song. It's gotta have faith, faith, baby. With George Michael. It's gotta have faith. I'm always getting songs in my head. And this one makes me think of it. It's a Jackson song. Destiny. What's the only words I know? I don't know the whole thing. I'm sorry. But it's the Destiny song. Maybe I have to look up the lyrics. That's what I mean. When I get songs in my head that's so random, or there's just like a lyric, and I don't even know the words. That's usually how they come. It's like for me, it's like a radio station, and the dial keeps changing. Like I said, and sometimes the songs will come in like this. They're so random. I don't even know who the artist's name. Sometimes it's just a sentence that I know, and I have to Google it because I don't even know the name of the songs. That's how I know this ain't from. I mean, it might be for me, but it's like I usually share them with the collective because it could be a message just for me, or it could be a message I'm meant to share. I don't know, but that's how it comes in for me, like a radio, switching dials. And sometimes it's not even the whole song. It'll switch like after a few sentences. It'll switch to a different song and then a different song. Let me tell you, it drives me nuts all day. But that's how it comes in. But anyway, maybe you gotta look up the Destiny song. I don't know what the lyrics are for that. The Jacksons and then the Faith, the George Michael. Maybe there's some messages in there. That's how I look for clues from the universe. Workaholic. Oh my God, my vision is getting like so bad over here. But anyway, while I worked, my life happened. Again, for some people, it might feel like that there was a lack of a balance. Focus more on career and less on personal stuff, and now might be having a change of heart, or everybody's priorities are whatever they are. Inspiration message: are you waiting to complete your career before you live your life? Busy work may be helping you hide from the real issues. Again, people are out of whack, which has left them feeling, unfulfilled. Personal inquiry: am I working too much and suffering from burnout? Is there something important that I'm avoiding doing? For some, it might be taking action or speaking up or something. Key ideas: feelings of inadequacy, transformation indicated, not being fulfilled by work, heeding warnings, or refreshing your mind to improve your work. Keywords are talent, fun, and friends. And then we have faith. I am more than I think I am. And this is third eye chakra. Inspiration: what frightens you is something much smaller than you know. If you are experiencing pain, holding on tighter will only worsen the situation. Your greatness awaits. So again, this is about letting go and getting clear in what you want, making a decision, and going for it. That's the other card that you had, right? Go for it. Key ideas: narrow focus, miracles all around, not following wise counsel, not accepting your gifts, using energy in a self-defeating way. This is mean about not accepting your gifts. Again, I don't know if people have been not sharing their gifts with the world, not living out their purpose, maybe they had a purpose doing one thing and now there's a purpose for something else. Again, as long as you're still here, you're always going to have a purpose. You're always going to have something that you can contribute. You're always going to be growing and changing and evolving, and you should always be moving forward to become better. Just because you start getting older doesn't mean that things just stop, right? And again, and some maybe are being called to get on their destined path. For some, it might be coming together with someone because it's, again, a fated meeting, something you're meant to do together, especially if you got like spiritual work here, especially because of the times that we're in. Who knows, right? Gifts, muse, and fear. So, again, we're needing to get out of our own way and notice the miracles around, the opportunities that come every day. Destiny, together we are stronger than alone. The legend, we'll read the legend for this. It's a little story. Black and white are in heaven waiting to go back to earth yet again. Oof. To complete their work. When they meet and fall in love, they learn that they will not be together on earth. In previous lives, their love was ill-fated. They appeal to the council of great spirits who turn down their request to be together. But the great servant appears and grants their wish. Together they can accomplish greater things than they could have done alone. Inspiration message. Take a risk. Dare to have your life the way you decide. Are you willing to make sacrifices to have what you desire? Personal inquiry. What tools do I need to form my own destiny? Am I ready for my destiny? Key ideas: true love, taking a stand, positive omen, radical thinking, deep satisfaction, ability to change. Keywords: love, pathway, and faith. Now, the story here again speaks of ill-fated love, right? Things that seem impossible or that wasn't meant to be. Romeo Juliet shit, you know. Or again, when I spoke about my See, I don't like talking about my stuff there. But let's just say, in the two lifetimes that I was told about, there was a similar situation where it was something that couldn't come together for whatever reason. I won't go into details here because I tell you, the first one, it's some real Lord of the Rings kind of shit. But anyway, same scenario. And in some ways, for me, it's kind of played out in this lifetime as well. Now, the person from this lifetime is the same person from the other two. Now, and I thought originally, I even thought that the last person I was with was the person that they were talking about, but I was mistaken. It's somebody else. I know who it is, but it wasn't the last person, the one that I was with for 4 years. The the one that I met when I moved here and went through, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to get too much of my own stuff. But again, sometimes, again, these past lives, these whatever, these people, everybody plays different roles. And sometimes, again, the opportunity comes where you meet people in this life that you don't even realize that they're people from past lives, and you're coming together to work out something. If it's meant to be just a lesson and that's it, you move on, it's one thing. But for some, it could be in something that seems against all odds, impossible. Again, Romeo, Juliet kind of stuff, something that seems wasn't meant to be. You come from two different worlds, whatever it is. You know, religious backgrounds, age differences, different places, or whatever it is. It's the forbidden, the can't, you know, but it's the against all odds. They are granted again that opportunity to heal the karma or do whatever it is, or maybe come together and do something together. So, again, depending on who you are and why you're here and what the thing is here, for some, we're talking about again a spiritual connection here for sure. You get the spiritual card, you get the destiny card. We haven't taken any romance stuff, but again, you got two people here that are bound by Saturn, by karma. You know, this is, you know, speaks, it could be past lives or whatever. And there's an opportunity to resolve that karma. Shipwreck siren. And then we've got mermaid with the Black Sea serpent. So let's read these. Like I said, we don't, you know, there's so many mysteries of how things work, why things work. Again, the reason why all things happen, why certain people come in your life, why certain people leave your life, why some opportunities come back around, why some never do. It's just, who knows? Shipwreck siren, listen to me, siren. Of those lustfully depraved, of gluttony, excitement, and vanity displayed. Sing to me, siren, of excess and greed, of slothful indulgence and heady mead. Sing to me, siren, of debauchery and fame, of riches and shiny things. I'll stand fast yet again. A deceptive siren smiles gently at her victims. Oof! Behind her, however, we see her true intentions. She has lured an unsuspecting ship's crew towards the jutting rocks of her island. She tests the wills of those she seeks and takes advantage of the weak and undisciplined. This is what I was talking about, how people that have been used and abused, right? There's a weariness to even deal. Divination message. Exercise your discipline. Soon your willpower will be tested, and you will have to employ great discipline to make it through the rough seas ahead. Just like Ulysses was tested by the siren song, you shall have to steel yourself against great temptation. This is the time to prove to the world that you are made of stronger stuff and can withstand whatever is thrown your way. Maintain a strict schedule, moderate your consumptions, curb your appetites, and be prepared to be tested when you least expect it. Take some time to contemplate the vices you are most susceptible to and where you might be weak. If you maintain discipline, focus, and dedication to your goals and ideals, you will sail through the tough times with your head held high, and you will be a stronger, healthier person because of it. Again, temptations, the devil, again, about keeping ourselves stuck or again in loops that go nowhere because we can't get out of our own way or whatever it is. We keep allowing people to show up half-assed, or we keep showing up sideways, or whatever it is, right? Fear, letting fear hold us back. Antithesis, your rigidity is damaging. Add more flexibility to your life, and you will add resilience. Even the strongest oak can break branches in the wind, and likewise, you too can snap under great pressure. Be like the bamboo or the willow. Bend with the changing winds, and you'll never crack. And then we have here mermaid with a Black Sea serpent. Cling to me with desperation of a motherless child. I will give you all you need. Tell me your fears, and I will swallow them whole. Drink their essence, consume them with greed. Rely on me, and I will stay by your side, forever your pet, the only one. Lean on me, I will be your support, forever your crutch, your autonomy undone. A desperate young mermaid clings to her dark pet, uncertain of herself. She is afraid to let go, afraid to stand on her own 2 feet. Her reliance is unhealthy and draining, but addictive. Again, we could be addicted to being alone, which is one of the things, because again, no drama. I don't got nobody lying to me. I don't got anybody using me. I don't got anybody treating me like shite. I don't got anybody trying to like rule over me and tell me what to do. And again, peace. Introverts, sensitive people in general, we like peace. Yet we attract drama for some reason. But again, it's about letting go. Again, the dark pack could symbolize again our childhood wounding, our fears, our whatever things might be keeping us from our destiny. Divination message: cultivate your self-love. You have spent too much time seeking out approval and love from others. You cling to relationships long after they have lost their vitality and value to you. Start to cultivate your self-love and rebuild your self-worth before you proceed any further in your relationships, your profession, and your real life. Your inability to let go and stand on your own is detrimental to your personal growth. Take inventory of your strengths and weaknesses. Learn to love and make use of your competencies and ameliorate your shortcomings. Speak to yourself as you would speak to a beloved child, not with the deriding, hypocritical voice we reserve only for ourselves. Embrace yourself and let go of anyone and anything that prevents you from standing on your own 2 feet. Right? So this is about having the courage to take a journey to, get over your doubts and fears, right? Antithesis: share the love. Your self-love is preventing you from truly loving others. This is again when we hold back, right? We're afraid to share ourselves or open ourselves up because again we don't want to be screwed over. And that's also not allowing you to experience the fullness of whatever. Your self-love again is preventing you from truly loving others. How often do you put yourself first and foremost in an arena? This tendency is keeping you from truly getting to know the significant people in your life and developing deeper relationships with them. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. So that's why you have the vulnerable card here. To be fallible, and you will gain much more than you ever had when you were solely focused inwards. Right? So let's take a few of the chakras for you, for the masculine, the vice chair for the masculine. Again, throat chakra, expression. Express your true self. The world needs you. That's what I said. Some people have a destiny. Some people have a path. Some people are meant to come out of, to share their voice with the world at this time. The world needs you. Maybe the other person does too. I don't know whoever you're supposed to partner with here. Chakra balance. Embrace the balance between earth and spirit. So this is again, as above, so below, right? getting in touch with our higher self, our intuition, our inner knowing, and putting that into some real world action. Yeah. Peace. In stillness, the answer will be revealed. It's your third eye. That's with the faith that you got there too. What else? Masculine. Root chakra. Security. To feel more secure, deepen your connections. Nature. This is about, again, feeling not in fear mode, right? Being grounded and not scattered. And having faith that you will be safe. Root chakra, again, foundation. Foundation is what the castle of your soul is built upon. So I said, heal before you deal. Because again, if you're trying to build something on quicksand, the shit ain't gonna last. Throat chakra, again, creativity. Use creativity to transform your pain into positivity. Using your voice. Maybe you sing, maybe you're a public speaker, something creative. And oneness. You are part of the universe and always will be. That's the crown chakra. And let's grab a few of these here. Forgiveness. Forgiving ourselves, forgiving others. Let it go. Delight. Try to find some happiness in this shitty place. Peace. You got peace again. You must be stressing. I don't know how you feel. I'm freaking stressing, that's for sure. Support. See? When I say you can't be an island unto yourself, this is about seeking, again, support, a support system, having a support system, having a partner in crime, whatever it is. Not literally crime, but you know what I'm saying. Not going through life alone. Especially now. Whoops. Purification. Wiping slates clean. Like the lady, purification. Purify oneself in the Lake Minnetonka. Was that the Prince and the Purple Rain? You gotta purify yourself in the Lake Minnetonka. That was my movie, 1984. I tell you, when I was a kid, Prince and Michael were duking it out for my affections. I couldn't figure out which one I liked, the naughty one or the nice one. Youth. Yeah, from 5 to what, about 15? It's like, I can't decide. Harmony. Oh, we already did these. Anything else? Oh yeah, old maids. And then that's it, because it's long enough over here. I always say I want to make them shorter, and it never works. What advice do you have for the masculine for the next 2 weeks? Cook. Sometimes cooking. I'm going to have that guy over here bringing food. Maybe you need to make yourself something nice to eat so you can relax, enjoy yourself here. Or this is the universe telling you something's cooking, you know. But you got to tend to it. You got to check on it. You got to make sure that you don't leave it on too long. Patience. You don't wait too long. You don't waste time. You don't rush it. You don't go too slow. Everything got to be just right so that it can come out nice, right? And I got boxer here, so either you're a champ, you're a fighter, or you needing to fight for something. But I'm telling you, be resilient. Fight for what you want. Fight for what you believe in. Hobo. So look, I don't know if this is you. Look, maybe like I said, maybe people let themselves go because again, they ain't dating. They're not just whatever. They're in the cave. So maybe we're looking a little like we need to start investing a little in ourselves. Maybe we're drowning our sorrows in the vino because we get the 5 of cups over there. I don't know if people are getting all 2 sheets of the wind and trying to forget their problems, but that ain't gonna work either, right? The boxer also, this person's got good stamina, but he works out. So again, we got hobo and the boxer. It's two different energies here, right? Or maybe again maybe you feeling like this card. Maybe you feeling like a hobo. Again, I don't know what your money situation is. Maybe you got money problems, and you feel like you fall in the hobo sexual. People are looking for love. They're looking for help. Or maybe this is something that you worry about. Maybe that's part of your. Maybe this ain't you. Maybe this is what you're worried about. Maybe you're worried about people being. I know I am. It's because I said you don't have to be rich to be used for living expenses, for being. Listen, we ain't going down that road. But let me tell you, and you don't have to be rich to be taken advantage of. That's for sure. And then you got mother, right? So mother, you can be, I don't know if you're thinking about your own mother, right? Or maybe you're consulting your mother, looking for motherly advice. This is also speaks about nurturing, right? Maybe you're considering if someone is a possible wife. I don't know if we got, yeah, we got love. We got love stuff here. Yeah, so maybe you're thinking again about, well, this is the love reading, duh. Don't mind me. Again, you're thinking maybe if someone could be mother material or marriage material or wife material, or again, this is you consulting your mother, wondering something. Well, this just speaks to that again, needing to nurture either oneself or this situation, if there's a situation. Bowler. Uh, Lucky Strike, right? What's bowler? Bowler is what? Yeah, Lucky Strike. Right, you gotta throw the ball to get your lucky strike. If you can think of something else that goes with bowler, then apply it. And then football fan. I don't know what this is. Football fans, these people, I don't know, football fans are usually very excited, aren't they? Enthusiastic, taking it for the team, or all about the team effort, right? Rooting for the team. Team is not being by oneself. So maybe we're needing to take our lucky shot, lucky strike, lucky something. Last one. Cheerleader. Universe is cheering you on. Universe is supporting you. Or that you have support, whether you realize it or not. You got somebody cheering for you in your corner, or again, this needs to be you, whatever it is. And on that note, as we're an hour and a half, dear Lord, And I've done 3, 4 videos today when I'm talked out. And on that note, hope you got something from it. And we'll see you in the next 2 weeks to see if anything changes, if you've made any moves or not. And until next time, take care. Bye bye. I forgot to pull cards for the masculine energy, the romance cards. I have to add it in the edit. Well, let's see, what advice do you have for the masculine for the next 2 weeks? What advice do you have for the masculine? Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. What other advice do you have for the masculine for the next 2 weeks? Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith and romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So there you are. At the bottom is honeymoon. And you had a lot of boat references, traveling, going with the flow, moving on to calmer waters, like Six of Swords, right? Some might be traveling, some might be taking a trip, but there's something, you know, make the effort underneath that. You got keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. And you got it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Separation. It's again 2 people that are apart that don't want to be apart. The angels are swirling overhead trying to let your friends help you. Love yourself first. Free yourself. Finances and career. Wedding. Passion. Letting go of control issues. True love. New beginnings. Children. Express your love. Deception. Ooh, somebody's lying. Hiding shit. Reconciliation. Give your relationship a chance. Forgiving and learning. Very soon. I mean, you can go on and on and on. You can go all the way to the end and find a whole story. And that's how this shit works, yeah. But we shall stop it there because that's enough. And the reading was already an hour and a half. But I didn't want to forget you, and I thought I'd come back on. So there you have it. There's your advice. And until next time, take care. Yes, we forgot another part as well. Because as you can see, it's daytime. But again, I like to be even. You know, I like to be complete. I can't leave things, you know, it's the OCD kicking in. But regardless, I don't want to deprive you of a portion of your reading since the feminine energy got that. This, I mean. So let us see again. Spirit for the divine masculine, or just for the masculine energy. Sorry, I'm not doing necessarily twin flame, just masculine energy. For the masculine, for the next 2 weeks, September 1st to the 15th, how should the masculine be thinking, or what should they be thinking to help them in the next 2 weeks? What should the masculine be thinking in the next 2 weeks? masculine, I think, next 2 weeks. So this is why I usually lay my cards out ahead of time, because the shuffling could take a while. You know, then I like to sit with the cards if you're new and you don't know why I do what I usually have them laid out for the most part. At least the basic questions. And then I do additional stuff, but because it saves time. And we know the readings are long enough. So again, what's going on with the masculine for the next 2 weeks? What should the masculine be thinking for the next 2 weeks? Do it now. When you find yourself putting off something you need to do, notice if you're telling yourself you'll do it when you feel like it. If you don't feel like doing it now, then you probably won't want to do it later either. See what it's like to take care of it right away, regardless of your feelings, just because it needs to be done. So you got something you need to do, I guess. You better do it now. What else you got for the masculine? What do they need? As you interact with others today, ask yourself, what does this person need right now? Are they hungry, exhausted, overwhelmed, lonely? You can ask this of anyone from a stranger to an intimate partner. It may be especially powerful to do so during a disagreement. Does this question affect your interaction? Is there anything you can do to help meet their need? So perhaps, again, there's something that you're needing to do, and it could help you. Maybe it can also help someone else. Again, we don't know what other people's situations are. Everybody's going through difficulties. Some people are afraid of, what's going on in the world right now. Some people might be alone. They don't have a support system. Some people, whatever it is, right? There's something that's, makes you think something. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. Right? Reach out. Perhaps it'll do you and someone else some good. Bedtime thoughts. Oof, is this a naughty one? As you as you get ready to go to bed, notice what's on your mind. Then write down 3 things, big or small, that you did well today. Briefly write down what you did to help those things go well, taking care to give yourself appropriate credit. After you lie down to sleep, allow the mind to continue to dwell on that which went well. Again, shifting gears from shoulda, woulda, couldas, woe's, fear of things that haven't even happened, or things we're imagining, or things that we feel we didn't do, whatever it is. We need to start flipping the thing and giving ourselves credit for things that we've overcome, things that we've learned, epiphanies that we've now had, or we've had in the past that have allowed us or given us an opportunity to make changes, right? But of course, thoughts require action, which is what we'll be getting into here. But the first thing it starts with is just awareness of things that you're grateful for, right? Instead of things you don't have. It's, again, shifting the thought pattern so that it's more positive than negative, right? We can't change the past, but we have the present, right? The future hasn't even happened yet. So what can we do in the now? What can we appreciate in the now? What can we work on in the now that will benefit you and whoever you care about? Boy, I must have hit that on the head, because 4 came out in the next. Usually that's how Willis, that's what I call my spirit guide, Willis. It's most of the time, it's what you talking about, Willis, and I can't believe the things he says. There's more to his name, but that's all I'll say for now. Finding contentment within. Notice today when you're telling yourself, I'll be happy when, or I can't be happy because. We usually blame our feelings on our circumstances, our health, our income, how others treat us, but people find ways to be content in the worst conditions and miserable in the best. True contentment lies in opening to your life just as it is. It can start right now, exactly where you are. So, obviously, this is a lot about present moment actions, thoughts, moving forward, again, engaging with your life, co creating your future, what you want, you know, writing shit down, making a plan, figuring out what makes you happy, what doesn't, making appropriate changes. What was I thinking? Oh, again, the masculine was had the five of cups, right? And the woe, it shoulda, woulda, couldas. But again, though we would love to have time machines and go back and change some shit, we can't, unfortunately. But whatever we can do, serenity prayer, always. That's my go-to, What I can't change, I gotta accept and let go. What I can, we try to work on that. Whenever you experience a surge of strong emotion today, stop and ask yourself, what thought just went through my mind? Thoughts like, I'll never succeed, can lead to sadness, whereas thoughts like, they really like me, might lead to joy. Write down 3 examples of what you find as you practice recognizing the thought feeling connection. And some people might be picking on themselves. This can even go as far as self-esteem, what one looks like, one's age. It can think or anything that involves something that keeps us stuck or talking ourselves out of not having because of this or that or the other. Usually, again, it's the stinking thinking, it's the shadow aspect, it's the devil on the shoulder trying to prevent you from stepping out of your comfort zone or letting go of things that no longer serve you, letting go of negative mindsets or just regrets of the past again, and taking action in the present instead of being lost in time somewhere else. Hey, but it's the human journey is a struggle. And even those that know the path struggle to walk it because the conditioning is real. What are the odds? When you're worried about something bad happening today, think about how likely that the outcome really is. Again, there's a lot of projecting, fearing the worst. But again, I can relate. How often has it happened before? Are there more likely outcomes? Most of the time, the things we worry about never end up happening. So the anxiety we experience causes us unnecessary suffering. Thoughts are not facts. Again, there's a theme here, again, of creating movies in our heads that are not based in any knowing of facts. It's just all imagination. Makes me think of the SpongeBob meme. Imagination, in the rainbow. We often assume our thoughts are simply observations about what is true. I'm pathetic, or nobody cares about me, can feel as real as the sky is blue. Be on the lookout today for interpretations you're making about yourself, others, or the world. Realize that these thoughts are stories your mind has created that may or may not be true. Facts matter. The world mostly operates on assumptions and hearsay and, you know, bullshit narratives. Belief systems are based a lot on bullshit narratives. And that's why it's good to evolve from one's not knowing. Investigate, ask, because the sitting in thoughts or assumptions or listening to whatever, not going to the source or getting to the root of where these stories are coming from, whether again imagined or things we're hearing. Assumptions, it says, makes just an ass of you and me. Exactly. What actions should the masculine be taking? What action should the masculine be taking the next 2 weeks? Is the camera shaking? I gotta move the thing away from the table so it doesn't vibrate. Boy, that's a lot. I sure won't be taking any more. Jeez. Sucks. There's so many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Please. Stand up straight. Practice standing and sitting with good posture today. Keep your head up and aligned over your shoulders and hips. Shoulders relaxed downward and not slouching forward. Weight balanced evenly across the left and right sides of the body and release any unnecessary tension. Notice how your physical bearing affects other aspects of how you meet the world. Again, if you're all slumped over in some forlorn position, we become shriveled. It's about, standing proud, upright, alert. It changes your whole energy. They have classes on that, or they teach people that about stances, how to stand, because it definitely affects one's, again, energy, right? And we got be encouraging. The next time you're feeling down, think of someone in your life who needs encouragement and reach out to support them. It might help you feel better, and even if it doesn't, it will help the person you care about. And more importantly, it shows that you can be of service even when you're feeling less than 100%. Stare down your fear. Look for ways you've let fear hold you back at work, in your relationships, or in your free time. Face one of your fears today, choosing something that is challenging yet manageable. Reach out to someone close to you for support if necessary. Imagine what your life would look like if you pushed through your fear every day. Get organized. Choose an area of your house that you've been needing to declutter. Choose an area of your house that you've been needing to declutter and organize, such as a storage closet or a kitchen drawer. This could be including the houses in your chart. What areas in your chart do we need to work on? Whether it's the self, whether it's partnerships and relationships, whether it's career stuff, whatever it is. That's also the house. Your spiritual house, your body, your physical, your astrological, and your environment, right? Set aside 25 minutes per day to work on it, or work out. Get that energy moving. Again, do some yoga. And set aside 25 minutes per day to work on it until it's done, starting today. If you're feeling unmotivated, remember that motivation tends to follow action. Go ahead and get started. Refine your goal. Write down one of your goals and ask yourself whether it's specific enough that you'll easily know when you've accomplished it. Is it the right size? Not so big that it's overwhelming, but big enough that it motivates you? Is it truly yours so you really care about doing it? Adjust your goal as necessary to fit these criteria. Jeez. Technology tune-up. Pay attention today to how often you're glued to a screen when you don't have to be. Technology has a way of spreading into every moment of our lives if left unchecked. with negative effects on our relationships and peace of mind. Designate some screen-free zones today to keep technology in its proper place. And if these fools have their way, they'll be merging people with artificial intelligence, and you'll forever be in the matrix. But I digress. You know what I'm saying? There's some shit going down in the world, and if you don't know, you better be accountable. Plan a specific time in your calendar today to do an activity you've been putting off. Now tell someone you know well that you're going to do it today. If you live with others, then post your plan somewhere that everyone can see. Example, the family whiteboard. Use accountability to raise the odds that you'll follow through on your intention. Plan rewarding activities. Write down 3 activities you would like to do more often that bring you enjoyment and or a sense of accomplishment. Plan a specific time in your calendar to do one of these activities each day for the next 3 days. Notice any effects these activities have on your emotions. And lastly, geez, this is turning into like a mini read over here. Your videos come out. I'm like, I want to make the videos half an hour long, and these shits are going for like 2 hours. It's like, is anybody even still watching? I don't even know, because nobody says anything. So for me, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, what's the other messages here for the masculine for the next 2 weeks? Don't give me 50 million. Yeah, Willis. What other things you got for the masculine for the next 2 weeks? Seeing anew. Pick up a book today as if it's the first time you've seen one. Study it carefully, noticing its texture and contours, its weight, its construction, and its smell. Hear the sound it makes as you open it and turn the pages. What do you notice that's never stood out before? Look for other opportunities today to see your world as if for the first time. Being the fool, right? It's hard to be the fool when you've played the fool. You know, this is the looking through the world, you know, with childlike eyes. When you've become disillusioned to many things, it's difficult. But Spirit is asking everyone to try to be the fool. Hands free, waiting. The next time you're waiting somewhere, like in line at the grocery store, look around you and take in the scene. Resist the urge to immediately pull out your phone. Instead, be fully in the moment, in the experience of this moment. Who or what do you see? What do you notice that you wouldn't have otherwise? So this is, again, it's becoming a lost art. Most people that are born when this computer stuff really kicked off in the 90s, they don't know what it's like to not be without this constant immersion of technology. Those of us from the old school days, we know what it's like, and we survived. Sometimes you wish it was the way it was. Landline phones, I don't know about them pay phones. Talk about cooties. Oof. But anyway, I'm rambling. See a loved one. The better we know someone, the easier it is to stop seeing them. As you sit with someone, oh, this is about, again, not appreciating people, taking time to, not taking people for granted. As you sit with someone you care about today, take in the person you see. Notice their eyes, their hair, the way they move and talk. Consider the unlikely circumstances that brought them into your life. There's no need to try to feel anything in particular. Just observe. So again, wow, watch how people are. People show you who they are. Over time, especially. That's why I said you gotta, because we look for patterns of behavior. And on that note, take care now that I've made your reading 3 hours long.